Hello everyone, and welcome to Trenton, New Jersey. I'm about to get on a commuter rail train that'll take me up to Princeton, New Jersey. So let's go. Okay, there's a 314 Northeast Corridor. It's 311. Let's see if we can catch it. Track 2. I needed a workout.
Attention, Metro Park, runway.
Here's the train. Here's me getting on the train. Off to Princeton. Princeton, I can talk. So for the record, that was not a wrap scheme on our car. The windows are just that dirty. So you may be wondering, why Princeton? Well, you're probably not actually wondering that because you saw the thumbnail for this video. But the reason I'm here in Princeton is because Princeton Junction is home to the shortest commuter railroad in the United States. So for some context, this here is the Northeast Corridor, which is a superhighway for trains, carries Amtrak trains and commuter trains from Boston to Washington and serves pretty much every major city on that route, except for Princeton. Because the Northeast Corridor bypasses Princeton, a 2.7-mile railroad line is installed between Princeton Junction, where I'm standing, and Princeton University. And because it is heavy rail, it's not light rail, it's not a metro, it is counted as the shortest commuter railroad in the United States. The Princeton Shuttle, otherwise known as the Dinky line, has its own platform here that kind of curves off from the Northeast Corridor. And it's supposed to be meeting every train that comes into the station, but it is not here, so I wonder if it's running today. Here we go. Looks like the Princeton Shuttle only synchronizes with the southbound trains, so when you come in from Trenton, there's not necessarily going to be a shuttle train to pick you up right away. So it's going to be another 12 minutes until the next Princeton Shuttle departs, even though the next train from Trenton is right there. Alright, here is the inbound train from New York. So once the passengers get off there, they'll get on this train, and then we'll finally be on our way. Now we're moving. And here we are in Princeton proper. The station is fairly new. I will check what year it was built. The line used to go a little bit further that way, but they had to shorten it to make room for new campus buildings. So the Princeton Shuttle has been operated over the years by the Pennsylvania Railroad, the Penn Central Railroad, and Conrail before finally being taken over by New Jersey Transit. It originally used gas-electric cars, but now, as you can see, it is electrified. Alright, well now I have about an hour to explore Princeton University before I take the train back to the Northeast Corridor. So let's see what we can see. So apparently, the last traditional train robbery to occur in the United States took place on the Princeton Shuttle. It was called the Great Dinky Holdup or something like that. A couple of Princeton University students parked a convertible on the tracks of the Princeton Shuttle and then stormed the train. That's one of the most bizarre anecdotes of a already rather strange commuter rail service. So you know how I said the nickname for the Princeton Shuttle was the Dinky? Well, turns out there's actually a bar and kitchen on campus named after the service. Now the Dinky's days, at least in its current state, may be numbered, because as of earlier this year, the state of New Jersey is considering replacing the current shuttle system with a transitway that could carry buses and light rail trains. There is no solid proposal yet, but a lot of things have been floated. And the general consensus is, for the future of Princeton University, there's going to need to be a more modern solution to connect with the Amtrak station, or the New Jersey Transit, occasionally served by Amtrak station, than a two-car commuter train. Sidewalk level crossing appreciation moment. As you can see, cars have to drive up to the level of the sidewalk. Ooh, that did not sound good. And it looks like the train is already here.
The lamp is burning.
Farewell, Princeton. Back to Princeton Junction.
The snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you.
And here we are, back at Princeton Junction. Thank you guys for joining me on this fun little adventure to Princeton University on the shortest commuter rail line in the United States. And now, for my Amtrak back to Philadelphia.
I read again between the lines upon each page the words of love you sing. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I